Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay and today I'm doing a reaction video to one of my favorite ASMR artists, and he's going to be doing some tapping and scratching sounds on his 10 GameCube games. This is none other than a white man with a bald head and a beard, and he goes by Review ASMR Tech USA. I'm kidding. It's FamKam ASMR. Alright, let's check out his latest video of 10 GameCube games. I'd like to see what he has in his collection. So let's do this. Here we go.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's FamKam. Tonight we're going to be going through my Nintendo GameCube game collection.
I'd like to see what you got.
Now, as you probably saw in the thumbnail, it's not that big of a game collection, at least compared to a lot of the other platforms I have. But nevertheless, I'm pretty happy with the collection I have. So I'm going to go through every game I own on GameCube and tell y'all a little about it and my experiences with them.
Okay then.
So first is Super Mario Sunshine. Now, I didn't own this game when the GameCube was in its prime. I actually got it maybe 10, 15 years later at a mom and pop retro game shop. But I rented it a good few times and borrowed it from friends a good few times. In fact, same thing is true about GoldenEye. But I digress. This is still one of my favorite games on the GameCube.
Oh, it wasn't too expensive.
Not hard to imagine considering I'm a big Mario fan. And it's incredibly underrated. A lot of people say that this is one of the worst games in the series. I don't agree with that at all. It's not one of my favorites, I will say.
Agree to disagree.
It is one of my favorites.
Because you're basically cleanup duty. Pretty much on cleanup. It's not like the other Mario games.
It combines all the traditional Mario mechanics, but with a water hose to clean up the island.
Or a cannon.
And that's kind of therapeutic. It is the most ASMR friendly Mario game out there, in my opinion, largely due to that. Just the sound of the spraying and cleaning up gunk that is all over the ground is just super satisfying. And the GameCube used small 3-inch in diameter discs, mini DVDs, which didn't really have much of a benefit, technically speaking, but they do look cool and they feel cool. Next is Mario Power Tennis.
Tennis.
This is essentially the sequel to the N64 Mario Tennis, which I never owned, but also
one I need to get, plus golf. On N64.
I do like the N64 version a little bit better, but mostly because of the music. Lots of crazy gimmicks.
I played tennis, but only on the Game Boy Color.
Like if you play Overwatch, you could think of it as your ultimate that charges up and then you could use once in a while. Mario had a hammer that he would just slam the ball across with insane power. Bowser had a similar move, but instead of using a hammer, he'd breathe fire on it and then slam it across. There's also certain kinds of mini games, like there's one where 4 players line up on the court in different sections of the court, and they can't move forward, backward, they can only move side to side, and hitting the power block swaps their positions, and they try to gather coins while avoiding fireballs. I really love it.
Okay.
In part because that level takes place in the underground areas that Mario Brothers from 1983 happens. You know, the sewers of Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. The original.
This is the disc of Mario Power Tennis. It looks just like a tennis ball.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat. Next is a game that I played on Twitch not that long ago. If you don't know, I stream on Twitch twice a week,
Pikmin.
Tuesdays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Link down below in the description.
And sometimes Wednesdays.
Pikmin. Pikmin. This was the first game I ever had on GameCube. When it first came out, one of the most underrated games.
I can't remember my first game on GameCube.
And this is one of the most ASMR friendly games I've ever played as well. You're a space cadet named Olimar. He's about the size of a quarter. And he commands a small army of Pikmin, 3 colors, red, yellow, and blue. The red Pikmin are resistant to fire. The yellow Pikmin can be thrown higher than everybody else and can carry bombs. The blue Pikmin can walk in the water without drowning. So you got to utilize that by color as part of your strategy. And the object is to find 30 ship parts in 30 days because you crash land on the strange planet that the Pikmin are from. And 30 parts from your ship just scattered all across the land.
Mm-hmm.
And the disc, it's like this. It has 3 red Pikmin. You could tell by the nose. You could see their nose poking out. Only the red Pikmin have that. And they're following Olimar. Olimar? It's Olimar. Now, some of you know very well I'm a big James Bond fan, so I got a couple of James Bond games. One of them is Agent Under Fire. This is the first James Bond game, at least in the modern FPS style, that is neither based on a book nor a movie. It is an all original storyline. And it didn't utilize the likeness of Pierce Brosnan, likely due to legal issues.
I can see that.
Like that. In the game that followed, which you'll see next, they finally were able to do that. When the world needs a hero, James Bond answers the call. Most of the levels are first-person shooters. Not quite GoldenEye-like, but in its own way, it's still great. And a lot of levels involving driving and raising hell on the streets.
I see.
In a way that's protecting the citizens. So, raising hell against the bad guys that are actually raising hell. Just as Bond does best. Here's the disc for Agent Under Fire. It's black and white. Nothing too special about it. It's really just the 007 logo with Agent Under Fire. But it looks pretty cool. And, like I said, Nightfire, which is the direct sequel to Agent Under Fire. And they actually used Pierce Brosnan's likeness in the game.
Okay.
So you can see right here. That is the best they can do to replicate Pierce Brosnan's face in a game at the time, which doesn't look bad at all. I really like it.
Never played those two.
This one
Only a little bit of GoldenEye and GoldenEye Rogue Agent.
First-person shooter levels and car levels, but it also has some rail shooter levels, which is a lot of fun. I wonder if that has to do with the fact that GoldenEye was originally going to be a rail shooter. Well, not originally. That was originally going to be a side-scroller shooter, and then a rail shooter, and then it became an FPS. But I'm going off on a tangent. But anyway, that is Nightfire. It combines those 3 elements. And the plot involves missiles being hijacked and taken into space and then being fired upon onto the Earth if Bond doesn't stop it in time.
I see.
Yeah.
Basically preventing nuclear war.
Martin VTOL Vanquish, which was the same car he drove in Die Another Day, which came out the same year. is the disc for Nightfire. This looks really cool. It has Pierce Brosnan on the side, semi-silhouetted on the left. Really good lighting work. Wave Race Blue Storm. This is the sequel to the first Wave Race that was on N64. It is Nintendo's jet ski racing series. It is quite a lot of fun. It's a really great summer gaming experience. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Yep.
You could do a lot of stunts by going off ramps or even going off big waves. You could ride up a big wave as if it was a ramp, which is really cool. And then do a couple of barrel rolls and backflips and things like that. And here's the disc for Wave Race right here. It's got what I'm assuming is some kind of demon riding a jet ski.
Something.
Like in the cover.
Yeah.
I, to this day, have no idea what is up with this little guy. But
he's got to raise hell.
SSX Tricky.
Snowboarding.
My favorite snowboarding game of all time. It's got a lot of very interesting characters that are just full of sass. I don't know how to describe it. You just have to pick it up for yourself. But it is so much fun. It's a racing game / a stunts game where you compete for points doing tricks in show-off mode, it's called. Had to think of the name for a second. But yeah, there's race, there's show-off, and there's time attack. I usually do racing mode. You can shove your opponents into the ground and get full boost power. But the normal way to get boost is to do tricks, and then you earn some boost. But if you shove all your opponents to the ground, you instantly get a full boost meter.
You have boost power.
And they end up arguing with that opponent at the end of the race. Which is pretty damn funny. It looks like a typical BMX kind of graphic from the early 2000s, because the style of this game was heavily influenced by BMX, hence SSX.
Go
Monkey Ball, the
good
original.
I remember playing that
It started
Kmart.
as an arcade game in Japan, but then was eventually ported over to the GameCube. And then other consoles that followed, but at the time it was only for GameCube as far as
fun one.
consoles.
I think I played that one, 100%.
It is simple.
That's a fun one.
So
No,
much
I remember
fun.
when I played at Kmart years ago. Ape Escape.
Through a maze to get to the end.
My bad.
Almost like Marble Madness. And it also features some mini games. You have billiards, bowling, golf, monkey fight, monkey race, and monkey target. Now, monkey fight, you're on this little platform and you roll around with boxing gloves that are attached to the ball with a spring to try and knock your opponents off the map, a la Super Smash Brothers kind of thing. And monkey race, it's basically Super Monkey Ball's own Mario Kart. And monkey target, where you go off a ramp and then open the ball in the form of wings and fly
Is that?
and land
Yeah,
on
there is bowling on there. I thought I'd seen bowling.
It's pretty fun.
I've seen bowling. That'd be interesting.
Here's
Look
the
for that
disc
one.
Super Monkey Ball. It's I. That's his name. The main character. Standing by
Good game
a bunch of
to
balls.
play monkey around.
Super Monkey Ball context. And a banana bunch on the side. Which honestly, from a graphic design perspective, I feel like the bananas could have been larger context.
Phrasing.
There's so much negative space around here. Which, I don't know. I get that they had to make room for the Sega logo, but you can barely see it. Same with the Dolby logo for surround sound. They could have just put them elsewhere and just expanded the size of the banana bunch. Again, context.
Phrasing.
Anywho, Sonic Adventure Deluxe director's cut. I also have the Dreamcast version and the Steam version of this game, but the first one I ever owned was the GameCube version. And
let's see.
What's special about the GameCube version is it was the first port that had enhanced graphics compared to the original Dreamcast version. The Dreamcast version looked amazing at the time, but once the GameCube version came out, I was really blown away by the improvements. It was the first Sonic game in 3D of this caliber. Many Sonic games followed, a lot of which were broken, but and Sonic Adventure had its fair share of bugs when it first came out on Dreamcast. A lot of them were ironed out by the time the GameCube version came out, but not all of them, of course. And this is the disc for Sonic Adventure Deluxe. Very plain, minimalist design with the Sonic Adventure Deluxe, Sonic Team and Sega, GameCube, ready for everyone, all that jazz.
Who would like you see a Sonic on a Nintendo game?
The minimalist approach in some of these
Go back all those years.
Definitely not least.
Yeah, it's a good one. I remember that playing that too.
Battle. The GameCube version had the word battle added to the title because that's what they called the multiplayer battle version. Battle mode. Mode is not version. Mode. Anyway, it was the first game to feature Shadow the Hedgehog and Rouge the Bat, both making their debut in this game. But because I'm old, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are the real trio of the Sonic series and always will be.
But you gotta put Robotnik in as well. You gotta have the villain.
Also had the ability to link your Game Boy Advance to the GameCube. So if you had Sonic Advance and a Chow Garden there, you can transport your Chow to this game, which I did a couple times. I've never spent that much time at the Chow Garden, but I've had a few Chow that I've raised and put in some mini games like Chow Boxing, which all you really do is sit back and cheer them on in hopes that you powered them up and leveled them up in the Chow Garden in order to dominate. It also had Chow Racing, which, again, is kind of the same thing, I think. I don't know. It's been so long since I've done anything Chow Garden related. It also had shooting battles if you played as Tails or Eggman. Treasure Hunt if you played as Knuckles or Rouge. Sonic and Shadow, their levels are classic different point A to point B at high speeds kind of thing that you'd expect from the Sonic game. And here is the disc.
Nice.
For Sonic Adventure 2. It's simply Sonic and Shadow with blue and black. Blue for Sonic, black for Shadow. Very nice touch. Well, folks, that is all of my GameCube games. If you enjoyed this, be sure to give this a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you'd like to see more of my game collections in a future video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you never miss another video. With that said, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And as always, stay chill. Have a good night.
Will do. That's better. The stretch. That was Review ASMR Tech USA. I'm joking. It's FamKam ASMR. That was great. I'd like to see your other collection. I'm going to say you probably have Mario Baseball. You probably have Star Fox Adventures, Star Fox Assault, F-Zero, the last one, because it was made for GameCube. Possibly Mario Golf and a couple and Zelda games. You gotta throw in that. I don't think you probably don't have the Donkey combo with the bongos. So yes, to know if you do or not, but I'm not sure. But my favorite one. Let's see, what would be my favorite GameCube game? I like the Star. Well, it's kind of obvious. It's behind me. That one, I played that a lot. And Salt, I like that one too. Oh, well, I forgot one more. I forgot one. Mario Kart Double Dash. That's a good one too, because that's the first time you see two characters on a Mario Kart. So hope you have that one as well. Yeah, hopefully eventually later on down the road they put that on Switch. I'll put GameCube games on there. You can play the old ones too. So hopefully that was a great video by FamKam. Can't wait to see his other GameCube collection later on down the road. Hope you enjoy his video. Hope you enjoy my reaction. It's very relaxing. I haven't done reaction to ASMR in a long time. I will post a link to his 2 Twitch channels and his YouTube channel in the description below, so go give him a follow or subscribe to his YouTube. And with that being said, hope you have a safe and wonderful Tuesday, and I will see you next time. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my stuff if you want to see more of my content. So take care, stay safe, stay humble, be a blessing, and stay chill.